What if a compound once feared and banned could hold the key to slowing down human aging? What if a magic mushroom could make your cells live 50% longer? In a quiet lab in Atlanta, researchers may have just stumbled onto a discovery that could forever rewrite the timeline of human life. Not science fiction, real science, real cells, real aging reversed. And at the heart of it all, a psychedelic compound born in fungi. It all started with something that felt like a mistake. Dr. Charles Hecker, a cell biologist at Emory University, had spent decades studying aging. He wasn't looking to trip down a psychedelic rabbit hole. He was chasing something else, the molecular clock of human aging, trying to find a way to slow it down. He remembered something odd from older literature, that low doses of psychedelics like psilocybin seemed to promote cellular resilience in fruit flies and yeast. What if there was more? On a whim, they added psilocin, the active form of psilocybin, to human skin and lung cells growing in petri dishes. What happened next floored everyone in the lab, because we're not talking about theory anymore. We're talking about living human cells, ones that aged 50% more slowly after treatment. That's like giving your cells an extra decade of healthy life. And then they tried it on old mice. These weren't young mice in their prime. They were the biological equivalent of 65-year-old humans, aged, slowing, fragile. But after months of small, controlled psilocybin doses, these mice didn't just live longer, they looked younger. Their coats regrew, gray hairs faded, their posture improved, and 80% of the treated mice were still alive, compared to just 50% in the untreated group. Let's break it down. When cells age, they do so because of oxidative stress, DNA damage, telomere shortening, senescence, where a cell stops dividing and becomes a zombie. But psilocin appeared to mitigate all four. Mechanism 1, less oxidative stress. Cells treated with psilocin had lower reactive oxygen species. These are the little chemical demons that rust our cells from the inside. Mechanism 2, telomere preservation. Think of telomeres like the plastic tips at the ends of shoelaces. They protect DNA. With age, they shorten, and when they disappear, your DNA frays. Psilocin-treated cells kept their telomeres intact longer. Mechanism 3, SIRT1 activation. SIRT1 is often called the longevity protein. Psilocin ramped up its activity. That's the same molecule targeted by resveratrol in red wine and caloric restriction. Mechanism 4, senescence delay. Cells treated with psilocin took much longer to enter senescence. They kept dividing. They stayed youthful. In short, the mushroom molecule gave cells more life. Hold on a second. Did we just say that a compound from psychedelic mushrooms might slow human aging? Yes, but here's the kicker. This wasn't from some fringe lab or random trial. It was peer-reviewed and published in Nature's Aging Journal, one of the most prestigious science journals on Earth. And the lead researcher, Dr. Hecker, wasn't trying to legalize shrooms. He was trying to stop aging-related diseases like Alzheimer's and fibrosis. Instead, he might have found the beginning of a biological fountain of youth. Now, here's what you need to understand as a viewer. This discovery isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. If we can reduce cellular aging, we can potentially delay heart disease, diabetes, neurodegeneration, even cancer. And psilocybin isn't addictive. It's non-toxic. It's already under clinical trials for depression and PTSD. So now imagine a world where it's also used to protect your cells, not just your mind. But we're not there yet, and that's where you come in. Because this is the beginning of something much bigger. Imagine a future where annual microdoses of psychedelics are part of personalized longevity protocols. Elderly patients regrow muscle, regenerate neurons, and retain their memory. Age 90 feels like today's 60. Where aging is no longer a slow decline, but a choice. But it starts here, with early studies, with public interest, with you watching and understanding the implications. Because psilocybin isn't just a recreational compound. It might just be our first real clue toward age reversal. If that blew your mind or even made you wonder, then this is just the beginning of our journey into what science is quietly discovering. We dive deep into mysteries like this every week, breakthroughs that most people will hear about years from now. So if you want to stay ahead of the future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You're not just joining a channel, you're joining a movement, a tribe of thinkers, dreamers, explorers of the unknown. I am TechBug, and this was just a glimpse into tomorrow. Thanks for watching, Curious Minds. Next time you see a mushroom growing in the forest, maybe look twice. It might not just be food or fun. It might be the future of human life itself. Until then, stay curious, stay awake, and remember, the next big discovery might already be growing beneath our feet.